And we are live. What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Johnny Dunn, and we are back with another one. Today, epic VeVe live stream. Today we have the DC Cover Girls Series 2. Now, shout out to all the Series 1 holders out there. I actually do have the full set of Series 1. Now, these are not FAs. I still think these collectibles from the DC Cover Girls Series 2 look amazing. We have Batgirl here. We have Wonder Woman again, Supergirl, and then Harley Quinn. But again, these are not FAs, so it'll definitely be interesting to see how these do. I think the true collectors out there are going for the master collection, the master collector program of the full sets of the series of the Cover Girls. I think they're going to want all of these, even if they're not FAs. But I think the people who aren't really focusing on the full sets, they'll probably just focus on the first appearances. So let's dive into details. Shout out to the chat joining the live stream today. How we doing, fam? We got Batgirl here, 13,777 editions. It is a blind box, so again, $60 is the price. All of these are going to be $60. Then we have Wonder Woman. I think Wonder Woman looks amazing here. We did see the first appearance in that kind of kid version on VeVe already. So Wonder Woman, it's the uncommon, 10,777 editions, $60. Now we have Supergirl here. $60 is the price, 7,777 editions for the rare. And then finally, but not least, we got the ultra rare, 4,777 editions for the Harley Quinn. Let's go. I think these look amazing. Now, I did notice if anybody's on the countdown screen, they're trying to trick us here. It's going to be pretty hard to see where that buy now button pops up. So we're going to have to kind of move it up to the top here in order to see exactly where it's going to pop up. You guys can see it's right above that notify me button, right below the drop down details button, that little sliver of blue still. Right there is where the buy now button is going to pop up. Just be careful because, like I said, as you scroll down, they got tricky this time. It kind of goes away. So I think they tried playing some games with us there. We got Batgirl. That's the common. That's what she looks like today. Again, I think Batgirl looks amazing. We've seen this teased a little bit on the VeVe app now for some time. Well, focus up for me one time. All right, it's not going to focus up, but we see Wonder Woman there. Wonder Woman, I think, will do well today. Then Supergirl, and then Harley Quinn. Wanted to focus up a little bit. My game plan for today, if I do get a Harley Quinn ultra rare, I probably will try to flip it right away. I probably will try to sell it. Supergirl, I already do have the first appearance, and I'm not going to try to collect every single set of these. If I had all the gems in the world, I probably would, but I'm not going to try to be a master collector of the Cover Girls. But I like this series. I think they all look amazing. If I land a Wonder Woman high mint number, I'll probably just keep it just for the showroom purposes. Same with the Batgirl. But I think if I get a rare, I do like the way Supergirl looks a lot. But I feel like being a rare, I may be able to flip it for a decent amount. May just hold that one too. But if I get an ultra rare Harley Quinn today, I probably will use that to flip for some extra gems. Who we got in the chat right now? We got Super Rush. This is my most hyped drop yet. Let's go. My favorite series line. Yeah, I think these look amazing, guys, just because my game plan is kind of try to flip the ultra rare. Don't just rely on that and you do it just because I'm doing it. If you guys don't have a huge collection, I think these will look amazing in your showroom. How are we doing, Tom's Conger? Sway Collects. Good morning, JD. How's it going? Punch in the building. Let's go. My guy C-Ret locked in. Let's go. Let's go, brother. Also, my guy C-Ret, if you guys want some new music to tune into, this is an artist I met along my music journey. Go follow C-Ret on YouTube, Instagram. Go show him some love. Welcome to the VeVe fam, my man. Brought him in a little bit. He's been studying the market, studying, how to get these drops. He's been struggling lately, but I think the new drop system is going to help out big time. We got James feeling in the building. He's an artist too as well. Maybe some more artists can link up. I feel like DJ Khaled almost that way. Always linking people together. Super Rush needs this. Again, I think this is a pretty good drop. I think you will be able to flip it for some gems if you're looking for some gems on this drop. Also, I think it's going to be a good addition to all the showrooms. They all look amazing. Also, it's one of those things where, just because it doesn't have a first appearance stamp on it, doesn't mean it won't be valuable, right? Steamboat Willie, that's such an iconic collectible in the real world. That doesn't really need a first appearance, first edition to do well. Captain America's Secret Rare has such a great animation. Trevor's he works on all the collectibles, the way they look, and he did such an amazing job on that collectible. Captain America, the way it breathes, it almost looks real. And the fact that it's only limited to 1,000 editions, I think the Captain America, even not the FA, will do well long term. It's a $400 price point. But I think that FA stamp is just a safety net. I think that for the collectors that aren't going for the full sets, they may just focus on those first appearances of those characters. Mr. Locknet, how we doing, fam? Russell's in the building. Steen Holland says, I have $400. Do you think I'll be able to buy a Wonder Woman? I do think you'll be able to get one. I don't think it's going to start out over $400. I think this one will be kind of cheap at first, but we are in different, we're kind of new territories right now. We're kind of in a different era. It may start out at $500. We see the Wonder Woman FA over $1,000, the kid version. Let me bring up what the since the market's still open, I'm going to go over some prices real quick. Just wanted to talk to chat for a little bit. Let's see what Series 1's going for. First, we're going to go over the prices of Wonder Woman FA. So it's about $930 is the Wonder Woman FA. This is what she looks like. Now, this is the kid version of Wonder Woman in the DC Artist Alley. The retail price was 50 gems. This is the first appearance. So Wonder Woman not FA could start out over $400. I think it's going to be close. It may start out over $400, maybe like $500, dip a little bit, go back up. It's going to be close, Holland. I'm not positive. Original gut feeling was I think you would be able to. I don't think it's going to shoot up to $1,000 right away. Now, long term, I think it'll get there even without the FA, but since it doesn't have the FA, we've already seen Wonder Woman. I don't see it starting out over $500. Maybe I'm wrong on that, and we'll see what happens. Let me go over the cover girls here, Series 1. So one of my favorite sets that dropped, they were all FAs. This was the FA Batgirl. Go to her price right now. FA Batgirl's up at $229 is the floor price. FA Catwoman, you guys know I love the Catwoman. That sat in the market for like $60 for the longest time. That's finally up to $309, right? $309, but then it goes to $320. The floor looks pretty weak. It gets to $350 pretty quick on Catwoman. That's the uncommon. Then we have Mara down here. Mara got slept on for the longest time. See if it focuses up. Mara looks pretty good. I never really knew who Mara was too much. But I think it's a pretty popular character. We got $205 is the floor price on Mara. Being a rare, since the Supergirl FA is up over $1,000, Supergirl FA is $1K floor. I feel like Mara has a lot of room to grow. This is the FA Supergirl. Big fan of this one. This is the original Supergirl that dropped. Now, if anyone's tuning in, FA just means first appearance. So you'll see down here, you won't see it because it's kind of blurry right now. It won't focus up for me. But if you go down to the details, it'll have in the right where the edition category is, it'll say FA. That just signifies that it's the first appearance of this character in digital format. And that's a big deal long term because you got to think, think back to Pokemon, right? If anybody's familiar with Pokemon cards, if you have a Charizard first edition, you guys know how much that'll go for, right? Probably $500,000 right now, depending on the grade of it. Maybe even close to $1 million. And the reason is because it's the first edition Charizard. You can buy Charizards today from Pokemon. They're not going to be that expensive. The same way I feel like it's happening in the digital world right now. These first appearances of these characters in digital format, I believe will be a huge deal because as you see, we're going to see more Harley Quinns on the app, more Supergirls on the app, more Batgirls on the app. And so I think long term, as we see more and more of these characters, going back to that first appearance, I think will be a big deal. Yes, Maverick in the building. He says, I'm so bad at the drops where the timer is not in the same spot as the buy now buttons. Yeah, I feel like it's always a tiny bit different, right? Always a little bit different of where it's going to be. I'll show you guys real quick. I'll run through where the drop's going to be. So if you're on the main screen of VeVe, when you open up the app, you're at the store tab at the bottom. This is what pops up. Click on the cover girls. You guys see we have 49 minutes still to drop. Now, I don't like to hit notify me down here. I don't like to hit any of these buttons. I mean, I will like it after the drop. I just like to keep everything normal. I don't click the drop down button. And the reason why I don't click this details drop down button is because when you do, it's going to move where the buy now button pops up. So I like to keep that closed for the drop. I don't like to hit notify me. It's just an extra thing that I feel like the phone processing has to do. Now, normally, you guys would see a little sliver of a line right here that would tell you to click. For some reason, with the coloring of this drop, you can't really see it. You have to, as it scrolls down, you can't really see it. You have to scroll all the way up. And now, because of the coloring, you can kind of see it. So this one's kind of tricky. I'm going to scroll all the way up just so you can see the time. And now you can kind of see that blue little sliver right in the middle is where the buy now button is going to pop up. Right there. Now, again, I'm going to wait until I see 0 seconds with 0 minutes, and I'm going to wait 1 second after the 0. That's when the buy now button pops up. So we're going to go ahead and act like there's 0 minutes left, and I'm just going to walk you through as this timer counts down. I call it a timing mechanism. I call it rhythm gate, a whole bunch of different ways you can call it. Basically, I'm trying to stay in rhythm with the countdown. Instead of reacting to the buy now popping up, I feel like I'm going to be a little bit slow, like seeing the buy now and then popping up. I like to start counting down with the timer about 10 seconds. And then I stay in rhythm, maybe even 5 seconds. I stay in rhythm and wait for 1 second after 0, and then I'll click. If you're too early, you basically have no luck, but it's better than selling out. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Click. Might have even had it. It might have been pretty on time right there. Now, again, sometimes, like I said, if you're too early, you may click before the buy now button pops up slightly, and you kind of ruin your chances if you did that. You can kind of sometimes like click, smash at the very end and get lucky that way. But if you time it wrong and you're too early, you basically have no shot. If you time it wrong and you're, say, a little bit too late, you may have a little bit better of a chance, but then at that point, it might have sold out on you. So it's so important. Again, I try to think of like a quarterback, and I'm basically throwing a timing route to the wide receiver. I'm not going to wait until that wide receiver is wide open, probably get picked off. He probably won't be open by the time the ball gets there. So I'm thinking like right before that wide receiver makes his break, boom, I'm throwing it right into his hands. So hopefully on this drop, it's going to be kind of limited. So we have, I think, 1.9 million active monthly users right now on VeVe. So it's going to be tough. I don't know how many people are live right now on the drop day. I'm going to guess probably about 500,000 right now, which shout out to everybody who's been here since March, even before that, maybe February, January, even maybe before then. January 2021, VeVe had 5,000 users on it total. Not every day, 5,000 total users. Insane. You fast forward to March 1st, right when February ended, we have a total of less than 10,000 total users on VeVe. Unbelievable times back then. And then I think the Nightwing drop happened later in March or mid-March. We had, I think, 15,000 total, maybe 20,000 total users on VeVe. Fast forward to January 2022, not even a year later, and we're getting 40,000 new users daily. 1.9 million monthly active users. How unbelievable is that? So, times have changed big time. We are going to a new drop system soon. It won't be first come, first serve with a click. Instead of that buy now button, when you click, it'll probably say enter room. And I think you'll have probably about like 5 minutes to enter the room, and then we'll just hang out, and it'll randomly assign you a collectible. So it'll be a little bit less stressful, I would say. They do want to kind of make it that family-oriented vibe. So I may have to take off the red polo. No more Tiger Woods on drop day. I get hyped for these drops. It feels like I'm competing again in college for a split second. So that's why I love these drops so much. I did go over exactly where the drop is. I'll go over it again for you guys, but hopefully that helped out, Pierre. I am a little bit late catch up on these comments, so I'm going to go through them right now. Good morning, David Rosen's mom. How we doing? Days Cloud. Let's go. Good luck, everyone. I think it will make the OG girls go up, like Harley Quinn FA. I'm surprised that's not over $1,000. I do have one for sale right now, like just over 1,000. I was gonna let go of my dupe right there, Surprised it's not right behind Joker at like 1.2, 1.1K, but I'll let it go for about 900. There's a couple things that I want to stock up on right now. I want to get one before the FOMO starts. Just leg, good morning. Yep, pretty good guess. Super Rush. I would say Harley 950. It may come out that high. I think it may dip a little bit back down to like 650ish, like you're saying. Those are some pretty solid guesses right there. Dubes in the house. How are we doing, fam? LOL, I'm thinking of switching my strategy again. Been just buying the good stuff. Example, Disney, DC, Marvel. Have 15 sets total. But after yesterday's AMA, feeling bullish on Master Collector Program. What about you, Johnny Dunn? Yeah, Gray Hoodie, great question. Appreciate you for the response. Now, I think this is a big topic right now. I think early on the year, everybody was bullish on trying to complete all the sets. And then it kind of got to the point where we realized we couldn't catch up. So everybody started to focus on the big holy grail collectibles. And now we're starting to realize that the Master Collector Program is being rolled out soon. And Master Collector Program is going to be one of the big ways where you can lock in, have a better chance at some of these big drops in the future, especially because we know how hard drops are. So I think if you want some future grails on these drops and you're not going to want to pay, thousands of dollars in the marketplace, the Master Collector Program, getting those points up may be the only way you can lock in some of these future grails. For me, I think it's always been about having a balance of both. I did say that I want to stay around like 45 to 50 sets. Now, I'm not saying to get there because I've been blessed. There's no way I would be able to get there right now if I was just joining. So don't try to reach that and compare that way, because I've been blessed. I found it early and believed early and been collecting ever since. So my foundation is going to be a little bit higher than most, I feel like, unless you have unlimited money. But just for example, for my personal strategy, I'm going to try to stay around 45, 50 sets, just because every 6 months your points restart. So I want to have a foundation every 6 months of an accumulation of points, so I don't really have to hurry up and scurry around and scatter last minute to get some last minute MCP points. So I do want to stay around that 45, 50 set range. I'm at 49 right now. And so, but also I did focus on, I sold some of the sets that I didn't absolutely love that were giving me some amazing Master Collector points. I don't have the Kripken set anymore. That is season 1, so it took me a while to finally part ways with them. I think anytime you can get sets with more than 5 collectibles, it's going to be amazing. And we all know that Kripkens have like, I think 11 or 12 collectibles in there. So they're giving you a ton of Master Collector Program points. But for me, even though it's season 1, I think all season 1 collectibles will get out of reach eventually. I just don't have the amount of money to be able to hold everything. I have a lot of season 1 collectibles that I'll never sell. So I had to really be strategic in which ones I'm going to let go. I decided to let go of the Kripkens because I figured, I don't absolutely love these collectibles. I didn't feel like it's a world famous, big brand like Batman, Walt Disney, Superman. Some of these iconic big brands, I was okay with letting them go to get a little bit more of those big brands that I absolutely love and feel like they're going to be a little bit safer long term. And same with the Mermicornos. Mermicornos are another great one that took me a while to sell because there's so many in that set. Getting a lot of MCP points. Season 1, they're going to do amazing, especially because there's going to be, Series 2 Kripkens. We've already seen Series 2 Mermicornos. But I have the Unicornos, and I felt like I'm not going to be able to collect every Tokidoki collectible. So I was okay parting with the Mermicornos. I think we're going to get to the point where you just have to, if you're going to have a little bit of a balance, I think 15 sets is amazing. So basically what I'm saying, Gray Hoodie, is it sounds like you have a good foundation right now, 15 sets. I think 10 sets is probably going to be, I think there's going to be tiers in that Master Collector Program. And I feel like 10 sets is probably going to be one of those barriers, probably like 5 sets, 10 sets. So 15 sets is pretty solid right there. I think for me, I would probably have a balance, just focus on some of those big IP brands that you think everyone's going to love long term from 10 years from now. And then also focus on what you love. I think it's important. I have a couple collectibles, couple artistic pieces of art that I don't even know if they will do that well long term. I just got a couple because I love them. I think, like I said, it's important for balance. I have some collectibles that I have for flipping. I have some collectibles that I feel like I have kind of like an investment reason, but then I have a lot of collectibles that I just absolutely love. So for me, it's always been a little bit of a balance. It's definitely hard because I've been someone who always lacks balance too. I'm always like an all or nothing type person. So I'm kind of surprised, and I feel like I've been pretty well being disciplined, not going all or nothing into one category. I feel like on VeVe, we're going to have so many grails to where, as important it is, I think, the hyper focus, because people are going to want to have, the master collector or be the master collector and have that badge of all the Spider-Man or all the Batman and so on like that. I think it's, people are going to go after those badges big time. But for us right now, we're kind of in a once in a lifetime opportunity time period in history, I feel like, to where we're able to capitalize on the grails of everything. So for me, it's always been kind of a balance. We don't know the exact right answer. So I think if you have a little bit of everything, I treat it almost like an and instead of an or. I mean, I've always heard Gary Vee talk about that. So I feel like for me, that's one thing that I've been kind of focusing on. Instead of just doing this or that, I'm kind of doing this and that, having a little bit of balance of everything. Yep, heard that could be huge. Doing well, Dubes. Doing well. Can't complain. Living life, my man. BP 360. And we don't have a giveaway today, but we do have a giveaway coming this weekend. I figured I'm going to save it for this weekend. I think this is going to be a good Saturday drop. I will go over the details of the Saturday's drop in a little bit. Before I get to the comments, I want to finish going over the marketplace, some of these prices, because we only have about 10 minutes left. We have Superman back over 5K. I think it's dipped around like 4.8. Went up to like 5.3, back down like 4.9, and finally back over 5K. Good to see that. I think first appearance of Superman is going to be iconic, legendary. Like, I don't see how first appearance of Superman is going to be less than a 20, 50K collectible. I think eventually it could get to 100K, and that sounds crazy to some people, but when you think of how everybody knows Superman, it's one of those collectibles where, it's in the big three of superheroes: Spider-Man, Batman, Superman. Everybody knows Superman. We have all together now the ultra rare Mickey Mouse. This is Steamboat Willie, and the reason why this doesn't have the first appearance is because we've already seen the first appearance of Mickey Mouse with the Walt Disney partner statue. I feel like every time they release more Mickey Mouse or more Disney, that partner statue is just going to keep going up. But again, this doesn't need that first appearance tag. This is one of those collectibles. And the reason why is because this Steamboat Willie here, this is the whole set, the ultra rare down here. Then we got the uncommon and the common up there. Now, if anybody's familiar with Disney, from the very beginning, they'll understand how important that is. This is the first appearance of Mickey Mouse in real life. The first time that Mickey Mouse ever came out in real life, it was with Steamboat Willie. So that one doesn't necessarily need a tag, first edition, first appearance, just because of the importance and the historic value of that collectible alone. The Mickey Mouse and Friends, these lenticular cards, these are first edition Disney cards. Now, we will see these characters most likely in 3D format as a 3D collectible as the first appearance. But these are first editions. So we've never seen these lenticular cards before on the app. I think Mickey and Friends is an iconic brand. Everybody knows Donald Duck up there. We got Mickey Mouse here. I think all these cards are going to be over $1,000 eventually. I do have two Mickey Mouse ones right here. The Goofy, let's see what Goofy's going for. 4.1K. I definitely think that's a good one. I see that being 5K easy soon. Let's go back here. We got Pluto's the ultra rare, 1.2K. Now, I do like the Goofy because, that's the first secret rare. Even though these are 2D cards, well, they're actually technically 3D. But, they are cards, and they're first edition artworks of them. It's the first secret rare of Disney, so I think that will be big. Then we have Daisy going for 609. This is what Daisy looks like. Then we have Donald Duck just at 1K here. I think Donald Duck, that's such an iconic character. I definitely think he'll do well. And then Minnie Mouse is 604. So it went up there around like 780, but dipped back down, I think. Now we have Mickey Mouse is at 780. I had, I think, 850 at its height. I see this being 1,000 easy. This is Mickey Mouse. Definitely see these cards doing well. Let's take a look at Old Reliable here. And I want to check out the Disney Golden Moments again. We got Todd McFarlane Batman, 11.4K, so it's getting up there again. Some of you guys might have seen, I actually had a Todd listed for sale for a little bit. I was getting risky. I was keeping my eye on the market, making sure the floor didn't run up. But basically, I think the floor was like 10.7K. I was like, ooh, that's pretty low right there. And the lowest 1,000 mint, I have 3 Todd McFarlane Batmans left. And they're all in the 1,000 mint. So usually the 1,000 mints are more expensive. And at the time, the lowest one was like 12 something K. So I figured I'm going to list one real quick for the lowest amount, like 12 point something K, hoping it sold quick and I'll just go back and buy the floor. Now, it's always risky. I don't suggest doing that with blue chips, with your big time collectibles, especially the first NFT on VeVe. I don't suggest doing that. I don't suggest that to anybody, basically. But I was risking it. I felt like I was going to be savvy enough to hurry up and get it before the floor ran up. Never sold, so I just delisted it before I went to bed. Did not want to go to sleep. That's something that you want to be checking it every minute, right? You got to be on the ball with that one, because what could happen is yours could sell. You're not really paying attention too closely to it. You wait maybe 30 minutes. You go check the floor, and the floor ran up. Someone swept the floor, and boom, price is a lot higher. So I would never suggest to anybody to take risks like that with your favorite or big time collectibles. We got Rizzo going for 17.8K. FA Joker, Jim Lee Joker, 1.3K. It's the Todd Bat or the Dad Bod Batman. Number 6 Batman going for 700. Get the FA Penguin, just under 1K. It's been floating steadily under 1K just there. FA Harley Quinn, 785. My Nightwing, I got 3 of these. I absolutely love Nightwing. Like I said, I'm not really in this strictly just for ROI solely. A lot of these collectibles, they just have too much meaning to me. Nightwing, I got 2 of them on the drop. It was my first drop ever, so there's not too many original owners of Nightwing out there who have 2 of them, so that's why I had to keep it. And then that third Nightwing I got was a trophy from the Fantasy Football League. That win meant a lot to me, so I'm always keeping that one. And like I said, if I was in it strictly for the money purposes only, I feel like money's going to come later. I'm not too worried about it the second. I mean, Nightwing got up to 4.5K. I would have let at least one go. Probably should have let go 2 of them, but it's back down to 2.2K right now. But like I said, I got them for $79. They just mean too much to me. There's not going to be many 2 original owned Nightwing out there, so wanted to keep that one. Becky Batman, 2.2K. We got the Joe M Batman, 1.3K. DC statue. Some of you guys might have seen I had one listed as well. And I got this on the drop. I have a 3-digit mint. Really happy with this one. You guys saw on the drop when I got this collectible. Let's see if it'll focus up for me. Will it help me show the mint? Oh, it won't. But it's a 458. Pretty low mint. And the floor right now is just under 1K, 995. So the cheapest where my mint was going to line up was like 1.6, 1.7K. So I had it listed. And just because I needed some extra gems, I felt like I was okay to buy back a floor, even though original owned 3-digit should be pretty expensive. But I was okay with kind of taking the hit on that one and just pocketing $600. I ended up not selling. So I just delisted it. But Little Fly in the Dungeon. What's good, sir? How we doing, fam? FA Catwoman will be an upcoming Bat movie. Absolutely. And I think the person who plays that, it's a pretty iconic actress. So I think the Batman movie will do great. And I expect all these Batman collectibles to do well afterwards. Harley almost has the most appearances on VeVe. Maybe Batman has the most. Yeah, absolutely. Super Rush. Good observation right there. And that's why I love that Harley Quinn first appearance so much. I had 7 of them at one point. I also had 7 FA Jokers, and I stocked up on them early. But in order to build my collection to where it's at right now, you have to let go of some of those duplicates. Not you have to, but I had to let go of some of those duplicates. No new drop system today. It will be rolled out in probably a couple more weeks, a few more weeks. Same mode right now. Got 30 minutes till the drop. Sup, young blood? How it goes? Or is it how it goes? How are we doing, Audible? Oh, wow. Nice. They completely changed the drop system. Let's go. Omi Life said they made it to where you can't spam notify anymore. Once you click it once, you can't click it no more, which is nice. Oh, maybe that's why they did it. I know a couple of days ago I was asking why they changed that because I accidentally clicked the notify me before. And I was trying to unclick it because I don't like to have that button clicked. Notice you couldn't unclick it. Which one's your favorite today? Great question, Dubes. Now, I don't like the Harley Quinn on this one, surprisingly, is my favorite. I'm passing up, the Harley Quinn. I feel like, I don't know. I like the Harley Quinn FA the most. Probably aesthetic-wise, though, the first edition Harley Quinn, red and black. There's 2 uncommons. Let me bring it up. The market just closed, though, so I may not be able to. I can bring it up in my collections, though. I'm going to show you guys. Value-wise, I would say the first appearance Harley Quinn is my favorite, but aesthetic-wise, I'll show you guys which is my favorite Harley Quinn. I only have one of these, so it's not like I'm trying to pump my bags and then sell it. I'm not going to be selling this one. I have a great mint number, too. It's one of the reasons why I got it, and I kept it for this long. It is an uncommon, so it's not the most valuable in this set. This is the first series of the red and black Harley Quinn set. This is my babe right here. So this is actually the first misprint. I don't know if people know that or not on VeVe. And my mint number is 1177. So it's 1177. Those are some of my favorite numbers right there. 11 and then 7. That's my favorite Harley Quinn. The way she looks, I think, is just amazing. Let's give a little close-up. Is it going to focus? It's not going to focus, so you can't really see the details. But that's probably my favorite looking Harley Quinn, I would say. Big fan of that one. But value-wise, I would say the first appearance of Harley Quinn, I think, will do really well. Now, I don't have that ultra rare from that set. I think that has the potential to do amazing. I'm surprised it hasn't really pumped just yet. Let me bring up, let's see, the name of it. I always forget the name, too. Shout out to Claire, though. I know Claire has this collectible, and I'm surprised it's not skyrocketing. Steve Pugh, here it is. Don't know the floor price right now just because the market did just close. But I don't have this collectible. I think it's an amazing one from Season 1. This is a legendary Season 1 collectible. Pretty limited, too. It's a first edition Harley Quinn. There's only 500 of these. And this is back before they switched it to where first editions now, if you get the FE tag, that's only for artist collectibles. Or I should say, like, artist drops. Like first edition artwork and stuff like that. So maybe these first edition on these collectibles may end up being, legendary because they just won't have them anymore. Great question, Tommy. Limited Gems here. Would you go in on Cover Girls or hold for anime on Sunday? Supposed to pay off in long term. Long term, and I only had limited gems, I would probably save for the anime drop on Sunday. Saturday or Sunday. I forget exactly which day it is. Let me check the details. It is Sunday, guys, so that's when I'll be doing the giveaway, too. It is Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Sunday, February 6th. So that's this drop right here, the Pilly Fantasy. Now, a lot of people tuning in may not have any idea what this is, but this is pretty popular. This is one of the most popular of its genre in different cultures around the world. Big fan of the common here. I think the purple and the white look amazing. Got the uncommon there. I think looks great too. All of these look great. Big fan of the ultra rare and the uncommon if I had to pick. Now that could be a set maybe worth stacking if it comes out cheap. If you can long hold it. Me, that's kind of my game plan for that one. This Cover Girl set, like I said, guys, if I get the ultra rare, me personally, I'm just going to flip it. Just because I'd rather have the gems and already have the first appearance. I'm not trying to collect all of these Cover Girl sets. For those that are, I think it will do good long term. Just because I think long term, people are going to want to chase, the badges. You'll get badges for these master collectors for completing all the CoverGirl series, all of the Batman series. So I think people will focus on that. Short term, though, not being FA, it may get kind of hurt because of that. Again, it may go the opposite way, actually. It may kind of pump short term just because it's new, and then long term it gets hurt because it's not FA. It'll be interesting to kind of see how that works out. But I think the Master Collective program is really to entice all these collectibles to be more in value. Because if they didn't have the Master Collective program, a lot of these collectibles that don't have FA may get hurt. But because of their installing these different things in the app to make it gamified that way, it could bring more value than usual to a lot of these non-FA collectibles. Love your videos. Are you worried about being banned for using the massage gun in the past? Dan says it's a reason to get banned. Now, you may think my thumb is so fast that it's a massage gun, but again, you can't use any kind of auto clicker, any kind of tools, any kind of bot, any kind of non-finger mechanism. So that's the thing. They have an AI system to kind of learn your behavior on the app. And if they see you doing something at lightning speed, like a massage gun tapping the buy now button, it's probably going to get flagged for suspicious activity. So I would suggest don't use that stuff. I like how you automatically assume that I have been because my thumb's quick. But no, definitely never used one, never used an auto clicker, never used a bot. I would say, eventually if you are, you're going to probably get caught and you're probably going to be wondering, why are you banned? So make sure you guys aren't cheating in any kind of way. We got 23 minutes and 20 seconds to the drop. Hit up the like, you heathens. Thanks, Audible. Do you wait until you see the buy now or press blind at 0? So Jake G, great question. I kind of press blind, but it's not really blind because I'm staying in rhythm. It's almost like an educated blind guess. The same way quarterback is going to educated blindly pass it to the wide receiver before he's open. It's not really blindly passing it because you see that he's covered, but based on the timing route, he's supposed to break. So if you're off time, off rhythm, interceptions happen. You may miss the drop. It's happened a bunch of times. So also, I like to kind of back out and come back in the drop, probably about anywhere from 30 to 45 seconds before. It gets risky when you do that because, there's a lot of people doing that now and your app could crash on you, etc. You're kind of playing with fire. Shout out to my guy Pasmanian. He's talked about before. You are playing with fire when you back out of the app. And what I mean by that is, we're on a different screen here. That's the next drop. So this is the screen you got to be on. So when this gets down to 0 minutes and say 30 seconds left, I'll back out. I'll come back out here. I'll kind of back out, come right back in. But like I said, yours may get held up at a loading screen and may crash your app, etc. So you're kind of playing with fire. But the reason why I like to do that is to make sure my countdown is in sync and making sure that, it's the actual right time. Sometimes when you're on the screen for a while, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, etc., maybe even just 10 minutes. Sometimes the timer will get lagged or something will happen with the timer to where it's not exactly in sync. And so as you guys know, like every second, every half a second matters in this. So in order to prevent that or to update it or to make sure that it's a little bit better timing in order, I'll just back out and come right back in. That seems to have been working, but I've seen people, shout out to Taps. Taps is one to where it's completely backfired on him. When he backed out, came back in, his timer just completely sped up and it ruined the drop for him. So once he said that happened to him, I felt so bad. To this day, I still feel bad. So it's up to a lot of people. But again, if you time it wrong or something's wrong with your timer, you're playing with fire at that point because when you back out and come back in, there's a chance that something could go wrong. I'm a bit sad the portfolio has dipped so hard last few weeks. Yeah, Audible, it's definitely, it's dipped a little bit. I think depending on what your portfolio is stacked up on, I think we saw a huge run up. Things go to all-time highs the last few weeks. And again, this market is just like every other market, right? There's ebbs and flows. So as things are skyrocketing, taking off, it gets exciting. And that's when I noticed that a lot of people are asking me then, what should I buy? What should I get into? And as much as I want to help everyone out, I was kind of sitting back thinking like, this is strange. And I'm seeing it firsthand, like, wow, this is crazy. This is the psychology of it, right? I was telling people to buy this, buy that, not telling people to buy, but this is what I'm buying. Maybe you should look into it, right? Giving people tips on what to focus on. And most people weren't really buying too much, but as soon as things took off and things are at all-time highs, that's when people are trying to go around buy things. And it's kind of reversed on that. So if you're thinking, if you're kind of new right now, or even if you've been here for a while, those are usually the times to just sit back, relax, watch it go up, and maybe then, let off a couple of duplicates that you stacked up on. Because things don't go up, up, up forever. There's always a little bit of retracement. But the thing is, when it retraces back down, the floors are set higher than where they were, months ago. So now it's kind of like that accumulation period for a lot of people to pick those collectibles back up. And then things are going to skyrocket again. It's just a matter of time. It's always a cycle of things. It says if this Harley is higher than the FA Harley, I'll be shocked. And the market's just so kind of immature still. Not immature, but it's not matured yet to where a lot of things are just different prices that it shouldn't be that price. Like, it's kind of maturing as we go, but we saw the first set of Batman, it didn't take off for the longest time. Joe M. Batman was like $100, $150 for months. I think maybe until this summer. So I think it's still kind of new. It is maturing as we go, but still a lot maturing still has to be done in the market for these prices. Do you have to hold the set when MCP releases, or can I buy a set now, hold it a bit, then sell? So Super Rush, good question. The Master Collector program is going to get released, I would say, in the next few weeks, maybe another month or two. We don't know the exact date. I think it's still being finalized, maybe. And so we're going to be rewarded retroactively for all the sets we've held, that we've bought, that we've held for X amount of days. It's all going to be rewarded to us retroactively. So you can buy a set, every new set, I think you get 100 points automatically, boom, like bonus points. And then depending on how many collectibles are in that set, you'll be getting daily accruing bonus points every day. So say if you bought a set with 4 collectibles and then you held it for a couple weeks and then sold it, and then the Master Collector program releases in a couple weeks, in another month, you're going to get rewarded for having that set. You bought the set, you held it for 2 weeks, and then you sold it, so you don't have it anymore. So you won't be still getting points for it, but you'll get those points that were rewarded to you for those couple weeks. Great strategy, Knight Rider. Yeah, balance is definitely key. Kindly support JD with hitting that like button. 71 in the chat, only 5 likes. Let's get the likes up. Let's go. Appreciate big time. Bro, you have 287 ultra rare. I have a lot of low mint collectibles, fortunately. I'm pretty fortunate. What do you think of the Disney cars? Probably means cards, especially Pluto. He was at 1.6, now 1.3. Yeah, Pluto was like hovering just below 1 point or 1K for a while. I thought it'll definitely keep following Goofy as Goofy keeps rising. Goofy's at like 4.3, I want to say right now, maybe 4.1. I think Pluto's definitely a good opportunity right now. It could still dip, maybe with this weekend's drop, maybe a tiny bit. But, I mean, I think these Disney cards are going to be great. First edition of these characters, big time. Once the 3D FA collectible gets dropped, people are going to want to match these up big time with the actual collectible. Pluto should be 2K in my opinion. I think so too. Lee Wan says Mr. Perfect Timing. Let's see if I can keep it going. Striking out the last 3 times, I felt like that had a possibility of happening. I was killing it on the drops. Kind of goes in cycles. Like I have a little hot streak going, maybe cools out for a little bit, and then it comes back. I just put out that video explaining how to get the drops. I was like, watch me not get the drops now. And then I went 0 for 3. So we'll see if I can get back on my hot streak. Yes, I do need multiple phones. You know what I need though, Punch? I just need something to where I can connect it and then have up on the screen my phone screen at the same time. That way you can like actually see my screen. I do record it, so I post it later on Twitter. And sometimes I post it on YouTube too. But just at the same time, I think would be pretty cool. Amanda M, yesterday's AMA said that you need to have the accurate B-Day on your profile. How do you change it? Great question. So you're going to want to go into your profile tab at the very bottom of your VeVe app. You have the store, collection, feed, market, profile tab. Go to the profile tab at the bottom. Then go to settings. And then you're going to go into personal details. And then from here, you can change your username, last name, first name, email, gender, date of birth, country. Mine's lined up, but a lot of people said theirs is off by a day or two. So definitely something that you want to go in there and check. My Nightwing sold. Hey, Punch got some profits on his Nightwing. Yeah, definitely. I wonder if we're going to see more of that, Punch. People partner up to, invest in the same collectible together. Where do we click for the drop? All right, I'll go over this once again. Great question, Ananda M. So the very, very home screen of your VeVe app, you're going to click the store tab here at the bottom. You may see Pilly Fantasy, and now that's just a preview for this weekend's drop. It'll say when the drop date is at the bottom there. Make sure that you're on the CoverGirls DC drop. This is the timer screen that you want to be on. Now, normally you'd be able to see the color difference right here automatically. They kind of fooled us with this one a little bit. You're going to have to scroll up. As you scroll up, let's have that countdown at the very top of your screen. Now, as we move up, you can kind of see with the coloring now, you can see how it normally is. That little sliver right there. The Buy Now button is going to pop up right above this Notify Me bar and then right below that details box. I don't like to click down this details box and expand it. It's going to move where the Buy Now button pops up. I like to leave it just as is. Now you can see that little sliver of that blue, right? It's going to be right there, right in between the two. So as soon as it hits 0 minutes, 0 seconds, a full second after you see 0 seconds left, Buy Now button's going to pop up right there, and that's when you can click. Dude said low-key getting annoyed with how many Harley Quinns there are. I really thought that would just put an emphasis on the first appearance Harley Quinn. I don't think it's doing that just yet, so we'll see that happen soon eventually. Too many Harley Quinns in the app. I love Superwoman. She's beautiful. Yeah, Supergirl, or Superwoman, Supergirl, I think it is. Yep, Supergirl, Wonder Woman. I think all these look amazing. Batgirl's been teased on the app to drop for a while, so it's good to see that one finally dropping. When waiting rooms start, seems to be my best chance at a win. Yeah, Crypto Dizzy. A lot of people, I think, are waiting for that waiting room. I believe they said in a couple more weeks. They didn't give a final date of when that waiting room's coming. If I was to guess, I would say another 2 to 3 weeks, and then I think it's going to be here. BDK, I'm hoping to get a drop. I think I'll flip whatever I get for liquidity. And that's kind of, I think, what most people will do. So because of that reason, I don't see the prices being too crazy right away. But like I said, I think people will try to collect every single one of these sets and be, a master collector in the CoverGirls, especially because this is only series 2. We're going to have multiple series in the future. And a lot of people already have the first set. And if this set comes out pretty cheap, it's an easy head start for a lot of people trying to collect one thing, one series, one brand. So maybe this does a little bit better than expected because of that. Yeah, so Verena, I just went over where the Buy Now button is going to pop up. I'll go over it again if you still have questions, but hopefully that did answer that question. I think we will see DC Comics eventually at some point. Island Boy Gamers, let's go. Island Boys. Aaron saying, try for the drop, and if you get it, flip for anime drop. That's one strategy for sure. Let's go. Extra heat coming for Sunday's giveaway from Punch. Let's go. Punch won a giveaway a few times now. He's also donated a few times as well. Island Boys got a question about the Buy Now. Like I said, I just answered it. This is an older comment, so I'm still catching up on comments. I think if you guys still have questions, I'll go over it obviously one more time. But I think probably answered it by now. I like the common and ultra rare. Yup, me too, big time. Ooh, JB, Green Goblin or Donald Duck card? I think Donald Duck, first edition, Disney is probably safer. Probably has more upside. But Green Goblin first appearance is going to be huge. My favorite is Green Goblin. I have a Green Goblin. I don't have a Donald Duck card. I think Green Goblin is an iconic villain, right? Especially with Spider-Man. And if these Marvel Mighties get some kind of gamified game with them, where a play-to-earn game, which we all kind of think is happening, Green Goblin's going to go crazy. But I think there's a higher chance for Donald Duck First Edition to do better in the short term. I think both are great, though. Let's go. December Bitcoin in the building. Jerry in the building. Let's go. All we need now is Brennan Z in the building. Do you push at 0 or when you see buy now? So, Jake G, I see 0 pop up, and I'm staying in rhythm and countdown. I'm going 3, 2, 1, 0, buy. I'm trying to click buy after I see 0, but right before I see buy now. If buy now pops up 1 second after 0. So that's why I'm trying to stay in rhythm and go 3, 2, 1, 0, buy. I'm trying to hit buy right before I see it. It's like, so that's why I'm early sometimes, because I do press sometimes a little bit too quick. And one thing that you can kind of do in the moment, I don't know how much hand-eye coordination everybody has, because even I miss this sometimes, but sometimes I'm like way too early. I can feel myself be extremely early. And if that happens, I think you can kind of like hold down. You can hold down and let go late, because I'm pretty sure it's whenever you let go. Most of the time I just try clicking real fast, so it doesn't really matter. But those times that I'm extremely early, I'm like, oh, wow, this is early. I'll just hold down a split second. And I think that should help. Or if I'm early, I'll just hurry up and like double tap at the very last second. Definitely scroll down a little bit. It's just the coloring. Run those likes up. Trust me, it gives you better luck. How's the new drop system going to work? Good question. I did cover this already, but I'll answer it again. So, the new drop system. It's still going to be a countdown like this, I think. But instead of the buy now coming up here and we're all trying to race to hit buy now first, it'll probably say enter room. And then you probably have 5 minutes. So, countdown will happen. You enter a room. And within 5 minutes, that's probably what the window is. Hopefully, the window is smaller. Hopefully, the window is like a minute. That way, it gives some kind of like adrenaline rush, right? Like 59 seconds. I think that'll be good. If they make the waiting room 59 seconds, I think that'll be good. If they make it like 5 to 10 minute waiting room, I don't think it's going to be too fun, but we'll see what happens. It's more so geared towards like a family oriented vibe, I think. But also, I think having like a 59-second waiting room, that'll give time for people who don't have the best connections to get there. The family will still be able to get in. It won't be like, all right, 3, 2, 1, 0, bye. It won't be like insanely quick. So if they can get to like a minute waiting room, I think that's the secret remedy right there. But basically, like I said, it's a waiting room. Once we're all in there, a minute, 5 minutes, whatever, after that goes down, and there's 0 minutes of that, it'll be randomly distributed to the people in there. So a little bit more fair. It'll be more random. We just don't know how fun it's going to be. If they dismantled 300K bots, we will have a shot today. Let's go. I'm hoping. I'm getting excited. Another reason why I love these drops and I get so excited is because, everyone's complaining about these bots and everything, but does that mean I'm just superhuman? Like, yeah, fun under the sun. I think tomorrow's a low-key banger. I think it's a low-key sleeper for sure. Got Paz in the building. The birthday button is not clickable. Interesting. It's not. I didn't know that. I've never tried to. You're right. It's not. Okay. Interesting. Maybe you would have to do a support ticket then, Ananda M. I think you may have to write a little support ticket to the VeVe team. Now, there's a lot of support fake Twitter profiles out there. So make sure you guys are not getting scammed. Make sure if it's the link that you're clicking, it is legit from the actual Comey VeVe team or website. Only have one of each left, DJ. I'll show you the ones that I have left. These mean so much to me, though. I have a 634 Becky. Amazing. So that's part of the first VeVe set ever. This is one of my favorites, Joe Mad Batman. Now, the reason why I love Joe Mad so much, I have a 615 mint. It's not showing up. Oh, 615 mint. I bought this. I'm the original owner of that one. Penguin 433. I'm the original owner of that one. I bought that from the store. FA Joker 559. I'm the original owner of that one. Bought it from the store. Harley Quinn 288. The original owner of that one. Bought it from the store. So these low mints, sub 1000s, like of these iconic characters, I bought them from the store. I'm the original owner. So I'll never sell these. These mean so much to me. I cannot wait until we can actually show off the mint number with our comics and our collectibles. These are the reasons why I'm keeping them. I probably, quote unquote, should have sold some of those low mints for some liquidity, buy back the floor. But that's what I mean. I'm too emotionally attached to some of these. They mean too much to me. Like being here in the store when there was like 7,000 people here, going through and buying these and telling people there's going to be, millions of people on this app, and they were laughing at me. Like these collectibles I bought from the store, they remind me of those times. Like it's a time capsule for me. So I love these low mint collectibles I bought from the store. Let me see. What's good, fam? Yeah, date of birth. For some reason, it looks like people aren't able to change it. So you may have to make a support ticket about that, guys. Yeah, for some reason, Knight Rider. I feel like the face on Wonder Woman just didn't match up to the rest of her body on this one. I felt like she looks amazing. I felt like they did an amazing job on Supergirl's face. Overall, this may be an unpopular opinion, but I like Batgirl. I feel like just the way the whole collectible itself looks like the detail with the bat, the accessory she's holding. I feel like overall, take like the face, everything in consideration. I think the best looking one may be Batgirl. And it's another comment for some reason. But big fan of the way Supergirl looks too. Big fan of that one. Yeah, I think, there's going to be more and more videos coming out of these Mighties being gamified. I think as we get closer and closer to possibly them coming out and announcing it, I think it's inevitable. I haven't got a chance to check out that video yet, but, more videos that come out on these Mighties being in some kind of gamified game, I'm definitely going to check it out. Wow, shout out to you, man. A huge come up right there. 6.5K on a recur pass. That's amazing. Looks like other people have the same thing. Miss Rose in the building. Let's go. Good luck, everybody. Shout out to you, Miss Rose, as well. Hope everybody, gets something good today. I think the collectibles look amazing. Hopefully, with all the banned accounts and everything like that, the bots, I think we should have a pretty good amount of people in the chat getting one today. It is a super limited drop, though. So shout out to anyone getting the ultra rare or anything like that today. So someone's saying you have to submit a ticket and ask them to update your B-Day. We got a minute, 20 seconds left to the drop. Yes, BDK, that is coming. He asked, do you think we'll be able to display the comics in our showroom? We're going to be able to display it at some point, and we're going to be able to display the comics on our profile. So that's going to be huge right there. My timer is 1 second off. So if your timer's off, go back and go back in. That usually fixes the problem for me. Good luck, guys. Yep. Let's go. All caught up. We got 45 seconds to the chat. Little cheers to my coffee gators out there. All right, I'm going to record this. Let's go. All right, 30 seconds left. I'm backing out. Come back in. Again, guys, you might want to scroll up a little bit. I have the timer at the very top of my screen, so you can see where that buy now button is going to pop up. 15 seconds. Man, I'm getting congested. 10 seconds, fam. Let's go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bye now. Nope, didn't get it. Wow, that was fast. That was fast. Oh my gosh. Man. I hate losing so much. Oh man. I'm gonna go back to I may my next drop, I may be a little bit too early. Cause I'm not gonna wait a split second anymore. Let's go. BDK got one? Is that real? Oh, took an L. December's got to get one soon. One order pending. Wow, that's huge. Michael got a dub. Let's go. Bao got a dub. All right, so that's 3 dubs right away. Again, guys, this is how you get a rebound. Sway got a dub. All right, I feel good now. I didn't get the drop. A lot of people didn't get a drop today, but as you can see, we still got some dubs. Paz, there's no way. Paz got a dub. Let's go. Colton got a Wonder Woman. Let's go, fam. That's what I'm talking about. Audible got a dub. All right, this is amazing. Wow, Jerry got a dub. We might have had the most dubs ever. Rami got a dub. And this is how you get a rebound, guys. If you stay on this page now, once you leave this page, back out and come back in, you probably won't be able to get one. Every 4 minutes, so you see at the top, 11:01. Say if it just turned 11:04. Boom, I would click again. So every 4 minutes, you have an opportunity to get one. Let's go. Chat went up today. Shooter got one and his daughter got one. Wow. You guys absolutely crushed it. All the L's, though, are saying, like, wow, did not get one. Unfortunate. I'm just happy, though. It looks like a lot of people who usually don't get one got one today. We got Eva Unit J, W for me, got that Wonder Woman. See, Rhett, you still in the building, my man? Did you get one today or did you strike out? Gio took an L. Samuel got one, though. Let's go. I think bots are getting terminated. Yeah, I think so too, Jerry. Let's go. This is huge. This is big time. Again, though, it looked like, let's play the replay for me. It looked like I just got an error screen right away. So again, this either just means, it just shows you how much demand there is, or my timer is off maybe a little bit. I did back out, though. It should have been pretty solid. Oh, man. Like that was... I did get that heavy load message, though. I'm going to try backing out, getting a little risky with like 10 seconds left next time. Make sure my timer's like perfect. 1, 0, click. Like what? This is what I mean, though. Like, I feel like I timed it pretty perfect right there and didn't get it. My strategy is not going to get you it every single time, but I think the more times that you can practice that perfect timing, just the more consistent you will probably get one. Man, the worst thing is the pending wait. So yeah, BDK, that means that you got one, though. If you go back and you see now that you have, like, if you have this one pending order delivery bar, red bar at the bottom, that means you did lock it in. Russell's, I struck out today. I took an L, big L today. Jimmy Bob, W Batwoman. Let's go. Jimmy Bob got one. I got a Supergirl. Let's Flaps. You're back. Let's go. You're killing it. Yeah, looks like 4 minute rebound is probably gone. It's 4 minutes right now. Michael Wong, W for me. Let's go. Got the Harley ultra rare JJ. How many people got a drop today? If you got a drop today, write dub in the chat. Missed the 4 minute. Dang, go for the 8 minute. You're going to see a dub on the 8 minute. How many rebounds are there? Great question. So every 4 minutes up until the market opens. The market opens usually about 30 minutes from now. Sometimes it's a little bit delayed, 11:45 maybe Eastern time. But I've seen people get rebounds all the way up until like the 24-minute mark, 28-minute mark, I've heard people say. Off the bed now, bro. Hey, Flaps, thanks for tuning in today. So glad you got one. You must be loving VeVe right now. It's amazing. Great job on the drop, man. Anyone got sold out straight away? Yeah, Robin J. I got sold out straight away. What do you mean? You didn't even have the buy button attempt. Paul got a dub. Pyramidian got a dub. Have a good stream. Have a good night rest. Flaps. Appreciate you big time. Most successful live feed in a long time. So many dubs. Awesome. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. I had a feeling that today was going to be a great day for the chat. I know a lot of people still struck out, but I mean, it's just great to see a lot of people get some dubs. 2 dubs for Superman. Did you get Supergirl for Superman? Paz got a dub. He's been striking out too. Paz, great job today. Dub, Sand Giant dub. Let's go. Dub. 4-minute rebound. This is amazing. Got my first ultra rare. This is wild. I've never seen this many people hit. Johnny Dunn Gate, baby. Let's go, fam. Let's go. I got a Wonder Woman and still had to add gems. Wife got one too. Don't know what yet. Wow, LA homies. That's a great sign that your wife got one, but that you got one and you had to add gems late. That's a great sign right there. Jabe is 0 for 12. Son got the ultra rare. That's big time right there. Marty McFly got a dub. Let's go. No, my collectibles in the building though. He got L on 2 devices and lost buy nows right away. Wow. So my collectibles looks like you didn't even have a chance to hit buy now. If that's the case, I would try backing out of your countdown screen with like a minute to go. 30 seconds is probably ideal, but you're like Paz always says, you're playing with fire in that case. The closer you wait until 0, the better, but riskier it is. So maybe try backing out, come back in with like a minute left. That should help out. Got a rare. How much you think it'll go for? I'm not sure about this one. The rare Supergirl, I think you may have the best bet selling it right away. If we can get in the market like right away, the prices are usually pretty high. It should be at least like a few $100, I think. Let's go. Big time. Missing the drop made your sniffles go away. You know what's funny? Actually, they're not away. I definitely am congested big time right now. I can just tell when I'm talking. I say certain words and it's like, oh man, I'm about to how much snot's about to come out of my nose. Big koala got a dub. Let's go. So probably not. I would say, James, if that buy now button's still there for you, that's usually like I just backed out of the screen and then I came back in and it says sold out. So you probably won't be able to in that case. It feels like my IP has been blocked. Yeah, so there is a way to keep your button for the rebound. So just like I said, if you back out of the screen and then come back to it, like go to the store screen and you come back in, at this point after the drop, the buy now button is going to be disabled basically. So hard to get a rebound. You just have to come back, go back out, come back in, and hope it's there. Once you get the drop, or once you try for the drop and you strike out, all allocations have been given out already. Stay on the screen. Once you stay on the screen, it's usually clickable, and then every 4 minutes you can try again. Real humans for the win. Besides me. Broke my 0 for 13 try. I freaked out because it said payment error and then it said pending. Wow. Okay, so it looks like there was some kind of error today. But if you have one pending, like a bar that says one order pending delivery, you definitely have one. Love for the losers. Wow. So somebody got the 8-minute rebound. Looks like probably stole it right from December. Yeah, 8-minute rebound. December wants a rebound. Yeah, I think Wonder Woman, people are pretty big on Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is the most iconic superhero out of this bunch, I would say. I mean, Harley Quinn's up there too. But I think people just want the real version of Wonder Woman. Interesting. Bad news bears. Did not miss the drop today. So I'm over 4. I make a video on how to get the drops, and then I strike out on all the drops. Happens though. Like I said, that I think more and more people are timing it correctly now. So, for example, if we have 10,000 people timing it at the same time, it's not going to give it out to all 10,000 people. It's probably just going to be randomly given out to those people then. Let me know in the chat below. Are you guys spamming it or timing it? Right timing or rhythm gate or Johnny gate or JD gate in the chat. Let me know which way is working for you. Tomorrow's drop will be extremely valuable in the secondary market since the Asian market has to fight through a VPN and will likely miss on the drop. Marketplace is their only hope. I agree. And especially just because we haven't even seen the app being able to be read in different languages yet. Once that happens, it's going to be game over. So you guys are using the spam gate today. Okay. So spam usually works for you. So spam is working. Okay, so spam gate. So it wasn't JD gate. It was for a couple of people. It looks like a lot of people have been spamming. So that's what I said. If it works for you and spamming works the best for you guys, it's almost like a coach in baseball or golf. I'm not going to make my whole team bat a certain way or have the same batting stance, or I would never have every golfer have the same swing. Everyone's going to swing a certain way, whatever is more comfortable, whichever way works for you. And so whichever way works best for you, you have the most confidence and most comfortable with, I would say do that. J Kill, number 61, ultra rare, 1 click, Johnny Dunn method. Let's go. J Kill, that's awesome, my man. That's a big one right there. And you got the ultra rare. Time the other. Mikhail struck out. In my opinion, 1 out of 3 on this chat are cap. There's no way everybody got it. Not everybody got it. There's a lot of L's. Let me bring up the L's. There's a lot of people who took L's too. I mean, my collectible struck out. I know Miss Rose says she struck out. I'm seeing a lot of dubs right now, but a lot of people struck out. I only brought up the dubs today. Let's see. Man, my sniffle's back big time. JD, the Philly Fantasy is not available in China, question mark, or is the drop available globally without restriction? I'm not positive on this one, December. It does say available globally. When the details, if you look at the details of each one, it does say available globally. Batgirl 3111. That's a good mint right there. Wow. Huge shout out to the mom. Puncher's mom. Pop Son took a super L today. Miss Rose still going for a rebound. They feel like impossible, right? Doesn't it feel like, you're kind of wasting your time when you're going for a rebound? But it feels like you're wasting your time up until you actually get one. And then it's like, wow, they work. Let's see. You got another one in about a minute. It's 11:15 where I'm at right now. As soon as it hits 11:16, you should be able to go for another one. Smash the like, fam. Let's go. Hopefully you get blessed on the next drop. How do you even rebound? So, Mikhail, good question here. It's like a skill in basketball. People are like, how do you rebound? It's hilarious. All right, so this is the drop screen. If you guys exited out already and are trying to back in and everything, you're probably going to have a buy now button that looks like that. It's grayed out, it's unclickable, and it says sold out. Pretty much impossible to get a rebound at this point. But this is the drop screen that you want to stay on. If you went for the drop today and you missed it, you weren't successful getting it, just stay on the screen. If you stay on the screen, the buy now button will be clickable. And at that point, you're able to click it and go for another attempt. I Show Sneakers says, bro, I'm shaking. He hit the ultra rare on the 4-minute rebound. Let's go. Just took Mrs. Rose. Just took Miss Rose's rebound. Wow. Unfortunate. Miss Rose, I think you're a millisecond too late, or you probably same time just randomly gave it out to I Show Sneakers instead. We got Getsy in the building. Appreciate you, Getsy, for tuning in. Price predictions, bro. So the ultra rare, I think, will be probably the best one off the bat, as soon as the prices open up. As soon as the marketplace opens up, I think the ultra rare will be the best. If it was me personally, like I said, if I got the ultra rare on the drop, I would probably try to sell it right away. Probably try to get the most amount I possibly could. If I could sell it off for $1,000, that would be a huge come up right away. I expect the prices to probably dip, but then rise back up slowly, because I think people are going to want to – it's okay. We got a drop coming up this Sunday. I think people are going to probably want the real version of Wonder Woman. So I think people will want to add that to their showroom. I see it probably dipping and then going back up slowly. Supergirl 5646. How many are available of the Supergirl? Was that 7,777? Being a rare, I think it'll probably be pretty well, but I see probably Wonder Woman being the second most valuable out of the set. It's kind of a mid to high mint number, not extremely crazy mint. It'll definitely be above what you paid for it on the drop. I don't think it'll be above $500 though. Probably only a couple to a few hundred maybe. For now. Yeah, don't give up for good, just for now, temporarily. That's all. I think Wonder Woman will start out anywhere from, I think someone had a good prediction on it, or actually in the chat earlier, anywhere from a few hundred, maybe up to 500. I could be wrong though. Maybe it starts out even more expensive. I see it kind of dipping because people who get it delivered to them are probably going to want a quick sale. So maybe kind of undercuts, drops back down for a low. Whenever it hits the bottom, I think it'll rise back up slowly because, again, this is Wonder Woman, one of the most iconic superheroes in the world. And even though it's not the FA, we've only seen the Wonder Woman in the kid version so far. So I think, fans of Wonder Woman, which there's tons of, are going to want this collectible. I think it could still do pretty well. Russell spammed it with a big dub today. That's amazing. Great job today. In that moment when it's changing. So between 59 and the next second. So every 4 minutes, 3 minutes and 59 seconds in the 4 minutes is the key. 59.9. Yeah, exactly, Mikhail. Yeah, 696. That's a great mint. One, because it's not really a Like 69 mint, they always do well, right? One of those important numbers. Same with like 420. Those kind of like funny special mints will always do well. And the fact that it's a palindrome, it's going to do pretty well. It's definitely, and it's a sub 1000 mint. So which rarity did you get? Bash lot. Was it the ultra rare, common? Which one did you get on that? It's definitely a great mint number right there. Price prediction on Harley Quinn. I think if you can get in the market like right away when there's only maybe like 5 listed, 3 listed, probably going to be close to like $900,000. And then I think it's going to sink down a lot. So I think if you got in the market as soon as you could, you may be able to make a huge come up by listing it high. But again, I don't see this one being more valuable than the FA Harley Quinn. So I think as more and more people get it delivered to them, as more and more people put it in the market, it'll definitely sink down. I have a feeling JD going to hit big tomorrow. I think so too. I really do. I mean, we'll see what happens. But I've got a feeling I think I could hit an ultra rare or at least a low mint common. I'm a big fan of what the commons look like. I'm going to try to bring them up real quick to drop tomorrow. Hopefully it focuses up. You guys look at the details on the Medium article. Oh. And you guys look at the pictures of what they look like. Look at the details of the common. And tell me the colorway of the common doesn't just stand out. There it is. Oh. Like it wants to focus, but it doesn't. And then I think the best one, there it is. Nope. The ultra rare. Common and the ultra rare are going to be the ones that I'm focusing on tomorrow. I like them all though, even the uncommon and rare. If somebody said those were the favorites, I could definitely understand that. Ooh, the uncommon I think is definitely gonna be slept on too. I like the uncommon. Yeah, all of them are gonna do well. I definitely think it's a sleeper. They definitely look cool. I think also they're going to do really well long term. Like I said, once these different cultures and communities come onto the VeVe app, start being able to read the VeVe app in their language. I mean, this drop is really for these other communities that haven't even been on the VeVe app that much. So I think it's a long hold because we don't know when that's going to be kind of localized. The localization will happen. But I'll tell you, if you can time it right and you can hold these till a whole bunch of different cultures, countries, communities come onto the VeVe app, I think they'll definitely target one of these as probably one of their top drops. Wow, 2-digit physical Todd delivered today. Wow, shout out to you, Getsy. That's an amazing feeling. 3 W's. Holy cow. Yeah, and if David Hughes says they're highly sought after, I'm going to trust every word David says. I mean, he definitely knows the market for what's, what people are collecting. It's a high mint number, but let me see something real quick because oftentimes, too, the very last mints, if there's only 12,000 mints, 12,500, that could be something that's valuable. But I think there's 13,777 mints, so I don't really see that one being too valuable right there. Solid idea. I got Batgirl 1,413. What do you recommend? Well, I'll tell you what, 14K Gino, I think that's going to depend on your decision, what you want to do. But I'll tell you what, 1,000 mint number will definitely do better than whatever the floor is. So say, for example, the floor comes out and the floor price is, $100 for Batgirl, just say. I'm not saying that's what it's going to be, but just for example, if the floor price is $100, you may be able to get, $200 for that mint number, maybe $150. Whatever the floor price is, you're going to be able to get more because of that mint number. It's not a sub 1,000 mint, but oftentimes a 1,000 mint number will definitely do better than usual. I think the back row will probably be slept on. I'm not sure about slept on, but I think it'll be one of the lowest ones that come out in the market. One of the cheapest ones that out of this bunch, probably. Let's see what the FA back row is going for. Actually, I'm not able to because it's closed. I went over it before the market closed, and I think it was. I forget what the back row was. FA. Oh wow, this is actually for all my skateboarding friends out there. The Lincoln Ride, the Lightning physical skateboard just hit their website. I grabbed one. Will be sold out soon. That's amazing. How much are they, VeVe Las Vegas? Trying to bring up their website. Wow, some of these boards look amazing. Oh my gosh. Wow, some of these look so good. I didn't see that one, but I bet yeah, that's the case. If they just came out with their physical again, because I'm pretty sure they had it at Decon, and some people were able to grab the Decon skateboard. I got a Wonder Woman FA yesterday for 1K. Now there is a new Wonder Woman. Will I be at risk for long term? Great question here. And I would say no. I would actually say this new Wonder Woman will actually help the first appearance. Now, I think for a couple of reasons. I think we'll probably see more Wonder Woman even in the future. And there's only going to ever be one first appearance. So I think long term, people are always going to go back to that first appearance. Now, the first appearance is the kid version of Wonder Woman. And I think the fans of Wonder Woman will want, and the fans of the DC CoverGirls collection, fans are going to want both. Fans of Wonder Woman are going to want the first appearance, and they're going to want the real premium version of what Wonder Woman looks like. Now, I think the first appearance is a safety net. I think it's great for long term because the people who aren't collecting both, the people who aren't necessarily collecting the full CoverGirl series, all of Wonder Woman's, they're probably going to want to focus just on the first appearances of big characters. So I think you getting it at 1K, maybe it dips back down to like 900 ish. I don't think it dips too much further before it goes back up again. We got Ryan Romantek in the building. Let's go. That's my brother right there. Shout out to Ryan Romantek again, guys. Go check out his YouTube channel. Always like to promote him out there. Make some of the best showrooms in the world. Think about that. It's not just on VeVe, right? Because VeVe is going to be worldwide. You're making some of the best showrooms in the world. So, that's awesome thing to think about right there. Melissa Tozar, I did not hit today. Missed out. That's 4 in a row now. On the struggle bus. Not really struggle bus, but I guess for JD it is. Yeah, Johnny Crook. I would personally, but that's just because I already have the first appearance Harley Quinn. I already have a pretty decent sized collection, so I'm not really looking to add every collectible. For me, like I said, I was going to plan to flip this ultra rare Harley Quinn just for more gems, more liquid. I'd rather, right now, I'm not even really looking so much to pick up a whole bunch of things in the market. I feel like I've done a pretty solid job on collecting things I want. Right now, I'm just looking for more liquidity for future drops, for future opportunities in the marketplace. Maybe even tomorrow's drop if it comes out really, really cheap. Personally, I would sell the ultra rare, but that's just me. Price prediction for Batgirl and Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman, I think will do well. I think it will do better than Batgirl. I think Batgirl will probably come out the cheapest out of this bunch. I hope the market opens soon too. Yeah, Alcon. I couldn't even believe that Alcon showed up yesterday, Miss Rose. I mean, once I heard Alcon join the Twitter Spaces, I started freaking out a little bit. I was like, "Oh my gosh, the legend!" This is the legend Alcon. You talk to people in the real world who understand the toy market for years, decades. You say Alcon's name, they turn around. Alcon's a legend. And I think his game plan long term is to make his legacy last forever. He's been responsible for some of the biggest toys in the world. I think his legacy play is to, tie all the brands that he helped make, was responsible for, to really help get popping in the US. All these brands that he's responsible for, I think he's going to put them all in the VeVe app to make them last forever on the blockchain digitally. That's kind of how I see his legacy playing out, but we'll see what happens. So tomorrow's drop is special just because it's a huge, huge drop worldwide. Let me look at the details real quick. If I can find the details. The modern puppetry brand comes to VeVe. So, I mean, this is going to be huge in different countries. Can't see it right now. Can't bring it up what I'm looking for, but I mean, this is going to be a big worldwide drop. It may not come out huge right away, but it's a good stacking opportunity, I believe. It could be. Do you have to wait till the market opens to transfer? I believe so. Wow, is the market open? You messing with me, Sway? How, Sway? The market is open. Let's go. You were not messing with me. All right. Let's see what they come out. Ultra rare. There's 66 available for the ultra rare, so I doubt it's kind of high. It's dipped back down to 600. You can tell some people tried getting it off at 1,000. That was my game plan if I got one. Like I said, I would have tried to get it off around like 900, 1,000, and if it dips, buy it back if I really wanted it. So we have, let's see, let me refresh this. We have 76 available for the ultra rare Harley Quinn, $5.99, but then it goes to $6.98. Then we have the rare Supergirl, 78 available for $400. The Wonder Woman, $280. 85 available is going for $280. And then Batgirl, $157 available, going for $99. So pretty cheap, pretty cheap. How would Alcon not bring his baby Pokemon? Let me restart this one. That burp needs this statement needs another. I got to say this statement again. How would Alcon not bring his baby Pokemon to this project VeVe, to his project VeVe? I mean, we can't guarantee that it's coming, but come on, guys. I mean, what do you think, right? I think it's important, though, to also appreciate everything that is on VeVe right now. I mean, I remember the days I used to say we had Marvel locked in the bag, right? We have all these big brands, and people weren't believing me. People thought I was just a moon boy, just talking, hype, crazy, outlandish, crazy ideas, predictions. And then we see Marvel get announced. We see that we got comic books. We see that Disney got announced. And people are starting to realize, like, oh, wait, maybe this really is as big as he was thinking, right? I've always been a believer that VeVe is going to be one of the biggest apps in the world, to where just like Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, the whole world's on it. The whole world's going to be on the VeVe app one day. It's kind of hard to imagine that right now just because the social part isn't perfect right now. But neither was Facebook when it first got launched. The VeVe team is a dream team. They're going to do everything they possibly can to constantly get things better. And we've seen it from day one. If I was to bet all my money on one team, it would be the Comey team. I pretty much did do that. Let's go. Russell just hit 50 collectibles. That's definitely a milestone. I still have pictures and screenshots when I had just 10 collectibles. Picked up one of the boards too. Solid. Yeah, I think those boards, the physical boards, will do well. My comments in the VeVe app auto scrolls all the time. Am I the only one? No, it's definitely a bug. That's part of the part that's not perfect right now. I mean, a lot of times you'll notice the feed, the algorithm's not perfect, the comments. Sometimes when you're typing, a comment will come and it erases everything you're about to say. The feeds, the comment feed, and like a lot of the collectibles, that's not perfect. A ton still have to be delivered, definitely. Restarting my phone. Alcon did say this too. He's got to collect them all. Got the Supergirl. Let's go. Shout out to you, brother. 200 Wonder Woman. I'll wait 150 and buy a couple. Sold for 110. Also, if you're new, I mean, it's definitely important to check out the market. Learn from this market, study it, because the way things go up and down after a drop, before the drop, you can learn a lot. No one asking when Pokemon yesterday. Yep, market's open. Yep. I'm just giving it some more time before it changes a little bit. Price predictions for Supergirl. I'm going to see what Supergirl FA is at right now. I'm going to go over the prices of the first CoverGirl series so we can kind of compare and contrast. All right, the first Batgirl from Series 1, the common, going for $227. The Catwoman going for $319. There is no Catwoman in this. Mara's going for $207. The original FA Supergirl is going for $1K still. Non-FA Supergirl is going for $345. The Harley Quinn from Series 2, the Ultra Rares, at $650. Batgirl, this new Batgirl, non-FA, $79. And then Wonder Woman, non-FA, is at $280. $279.99. This is something I'm going to go over right now. So if you guys are always, or not always, if you guys are wondering, how can you tell how many still have to get delivered? This is a great thing to do. So the drop just happened. You can go back into the drop. This is the original countdown screen. You can click on Batgirl. Boom, scroll down. Now let's look at the details. Focus up for me one time. All right, it's not, but that's the screen that you want to go on. Look at the details. It's going to go, when you look at the additions tab, it says 9,910 of 13,777 remaining. That tells you that there's still 9,000, almost 10,000 collectibles still have to get delivered to people's account. And how many of those are going to put it in the market for sale, and so on. So maybe something to look at when the drop happens. If you see not many are listed in the market for sale, definitely something to come back and look at. All right, it's not going to focus up. But again, how you get to that screen, you go to the very, very beginning, store tab, go into the drop screen that just happened. This is the countdown screen that originally you go for the drop. Scroll down, say you want to see how many Harley Quinn are left. Click on it. And now in the details, I wanted to focus up a little bit. In the details, this edition tab will say 3,462 of 4,777 remaining. So again, a lot still have to be delivered. Superman said, I spent about $2K to get all 4 3-digit mints. Did I overpay? Probably. Do I care? Absolutely not. DC fan for life. And this goes back to a lot of things. When you collect what you love, not even really worried about the prices on some of these, because at the end of the day, this is a collecting app for collectors. Now, there are people who are in it for investments, and that's absolutely okay too. But a lot of people are in here for just collecting pure joy, right? Any recommendations for buying? I think it all depends on your situation. Rated V3. I can't sit here and make a blanket statement for everybody. Like for me personally, I don't have that many gems right now. I could buy a few of these, but I'm just going to hold off. I do have the first set, the first series. I wasn't really looking to buy every single set of the cover girls that drop. I may end up getting a Wonder Woman, the premium version, just the way she looks. I think it looks great. I think having the, Wonder Woman's such a big iconic character, superhero, that people probably will want the premium version of Wonder Woman. I already have the FA Supergirl. I already have the FA Batgirl. So for me, I'm just going to sit tight. I'm not really going to go after this collection. Shout out to the people that do it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Supergirl looks so cool in AR. Yeah, absolutely. I think all these collectibles look great in AR, for sure. We'll take a look to see what the kid Wonder Woman version is going for right now. It's in the DC Artist Alley. The Supergirl non-FA kid version is at 110. The Batgirl kid version non-FA is at 66. Hawkgirl FA, that's the ultra rare of the group, 290. And then Wonder Woman, the FA, which is a common, at 975. I think someone was just saying how they bought a Wonder Woman FA kid version for about 1K. It's at 975 right now. There's only a few left until it's back up at 1K. I think what a lot of people were doing, possibly, is if they did have duplicate Wonder Woman FA, I think a lot of them may be trying to get one or two off just to have both, possibly, is what I think is possibly happening. But I think Wonder Woman FA definitely is going to stay over 1K. Maybe it dips for a little bit longer, but I don't see it staying at under 1K. I only have 41 sets. So hard and expensive to get one set now. Well, shout out to you, Aaron, for getting to 41 sets. I think, imagine now someone joining right now trying to get to 41 sets. That seems impossible, right? So shout out to you for getting all the way up to 41. I think over 40 is definitely going to be insanely hard to complete. Storm and Deadpool seem like huge opportunities. Absolutely. I think they are big opportunities. Now, for a few different reasons. I mean, they're FA of big characters. I definitely think we're going to see more X-Men coming soon, whether that's Wolverine. Wolverine may be one that kind of hurts Storm just because everybody, the whole market may just dip a little bit. Storm or Wolverine's such a big, iconic character. An FA collectible that may hurt the market temporarily. But once that drops, the other X-Men drop, people are going to want to go back and get the first X-Men ever. Put it all together, get all the X-Men together in one kind of picture, in one collection. So I see Storm doing well, FA of Storm. Yep. Let's go over one more time. This latest drop here. All right, Cover Girl Series 2. We got Batgirl, 351 available, $98. Then we have the Uncommon Wonder Woman, non-FA, 248 is the price. Then we have Supergirl, non-FA, 280 is the price. So again, we did see already Wonder Woman surpass Supergirl. I thought that would happen. It happened pretty quick though. And then we have the ultra rare Harley Quinn, 191 available, going for 475. So shout out to anybody who got in the market really quick. I see some listed for like 900, 1,000. That would have been my game plan. If I can get in there with like the first few available, I would have tried to get it off close to like 900, let it dip, and then decide if I want to pick one back up again. That would be a huge portfolio if that does come out. And shout out to everybody who's going to be joining the live stream tomorrow. We do have a good drop tomorrow, and I'm going to be doing a couple giveaways. So if you missed the VeVe drop, got a chance for a JD drop. I'm going to go over the details real quick of this Pilly Fantasy. Now, it is another blind box. We have a $40 list price, so it's pretty affordable for all the blind boxes. This is available globally. And we have the common, 11,888 editions. David, you talked about how This company actually wanted nothing more than 1,000 editions was going to be the max, but David, you insisted for this first appearance, for this first one. You know, a lot of people he thinks that are going to want to collect the very first one. So him making 11,000 of these shows me that there's going to be a huge demand for these. He oftentimes makes the common the most popular one. And so I think for my game plan is to at least get a low mint common and then probably stack the floor of low mint ones. I mean, of the common ones. That's my game plan for tomorrow. Stack the common floors if they're really, really cheap. And if they come out crazy, just barely above retail, I will try to stack these. 11,888 of them. Then we have the uncommon, 8,888. I do like the uncommon as well. The uncommon has the fan, has artwork on the fan. And these paper fans, I think, is like a huge, I could be wrong, but a huge accessory. Probably a great way for artwork to be displayed. I think the different countries, the different cultures will love this one, the uncommon. Then we have the rare, 5,888 editions. Rocking the swords. I think this one looks pretty powerful. And then the ultra rare, rocking the swords again. This is my favorite looking one, besides the common. I'm a big fan of the common and the ultra rare. 3,888 of these dropping tomorrow for the ultra rare. JD drops over the VeVe drops. That's amazing. Gotta go, Johnny. Thanks as always for stream, bro. See you again. Appreciate you, Johnny Crook. Also named, by the way. I'm not sure about this VeVe Crusader. Going on vacation for 2 weeks to South America, Ecuador. Can I still go for drops, or will I be flagged as bot because my IP address will be from another country? I think you're going to be okay. You're still using the same account. I don't think they have a problem with like people moving or vacation or anything like that. I'll try to buy the set tomorrow. I hope not too much money is needed. I think it may be good amount of money needed for that ultra rare. Miss Rose is saying she loves them all. I do love them all as well. I'm going to try to get the set. I'm going to try to at least stack one of them. You know, if I can get a handful of these collectibles, I think, and being able to hold for a few months. I'm not sure when the localization will happen. I assume sometime this year. You know, maybe we have to wait all the way to the summer, end of summer. That would be kind of a long hold in VeVe terms. Just a few months, I feel like, could end up being a long hold the way things move so quick. Let's go, Milham. Your streams are awesome, buddy. You and Randy are my top two. Let's go. Shout out to Randy. Shout out to the Gator fans out there. K Walker said, bro, I get drops in Kuwait, traveled to France, and got one there, and back to Kuwait now. Got a Wonder Woman today. Wow, look at that. That's actually amazing information to know. That goes to show that, you know, the internet location doesn't always mean everything. Because a lot of people tell me that the only reason why I get the drops is because I live in the East Coast of America and I'm in Jersey, which I don't really think is the case, because shout out to my good friend Tyler Gear, VeVe Chusk. I mean, we went to elementary school together. He still lives in the same hometown as me, a couple blocks away, and he doesn't get the drops. Like, he has a newer phone than me too. So I'm not sure if localization or the local area really matters, but shout out to you, K Walker, for getting them all over the place. I am going to be signing off right now, guys. Make sure you guys tune in to the live stream tomorrow. We got a couple giveaways. You know, I love doing the giveaways on the channel. I'll probably make a brand new list. That way, all the new people joining, you know, they got a chance to enter. So excited for the giveaways tomorrow. Excited for the drop tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Make sure you guys don't forget. I think it's a good one to stack. It'll probably come out kind of cheap. So I'll see you guys then. Make sure you guys tune in. Till then, it's your boy, Johnny Dunn. I'm signing out, y'all. We out.